We do not bring the presence of God. That already exists everywhere. We assist in the removal of conceptual and emotional blocks that prevent the full experience of that presence. We work with all who are vibrationally sympathetic, simple and sincere people who feel our spirit moving, but for the most part only within the context of their current belief system. Through communications such as these, we are forging more concise conceptual tools that these individuals and others can use to free themselves. Often these tools are still too conceptual for the message they contain, but they are useful at this time in loosening the bars of the conceptual prisons in which so many individuals still function. If you found yourself in hell, it might be appropriate to grab a pitchfork and fight your way out. In a sense, this is the nature of our conceptual work. Once out of hell, you would no doubt set the pitchfork aside. The concepts that we are providing at this time are strictly transitional, to be used only until such time as you no longer need them. Their ultimate purpose is the dissolution of subjective thinking. We give them freely to assist your race in releasing itself from the spell of fear and reason. Reason is a beautiful and useful process when it springs from the right premise. But the right premise is seldom the starting point for fearful creatures caught in a net of subjectivity. Only when reason is returned to the proper place in the spiritual structure of true intelligence and used wisely in the consciousness of the Christ will it once more begin to serve the needs of the whole. There is only one Spirit, but no limit to the number of forms through which this Spirit can express. For the moment, these forms seem important, and they are insofar as their contribution to the whole is concerned. But as the years go by, the range of their differentiation will become of much less consequence to individuals who are sincerely offering their lives as channels through which the Spirit can work. As life is able to express through such individuals with increasing ease, they will begin to recognize each other as differentiations of the same Spirit. Such individuals could be compared to conscious nerve endings of God in matter, channeling the life flow of Christ awareness into each and every cell of the planetary being. By the time of the 80s, revelations, knowledge of our existence and our work will be widespread, especially among the younger generation, the prime focus of our efforts at that time. Although awareness of our presence is not necessary to our work, it does facilitate the transfer of information. Many thousands are consciously working with us this very day. So clear your circuitry, my friend. Great portents of change are in the air. Your physicists are speaking of these things in terms that defy explanation. Your psychologists are abandoning the sinking ships of conventional rationality. Your religions are exploding beyond the confines of their dogma in the rediscovery of spirit. It is all here in this present moment. Open your mind to possibility. Open your eyes and see what is around you. There is a new vibrational pattern descending upon your planet. Tune into it and learn an effective way of dealing with the closing years of history. You are being offered an opportunity to enter a new reality. It is already here for those with eyes to see. Soon it will be the only reality to be seen. Those who tune into the new frequencies will find life growing more wondrous every day. Those who tune into fear will find things falling apart. Two worlds of consciousness will begin to form ever more distinctly, the world of love and life and the world of fear and death. There will continue to be some overlap of these worlds for several years to come, some going back and forth for certain individuals, but as the century draws to a close, the polarization will continue to intensify. The moment of birth will also be the moment of last judgment, the moment of final separation. There will be better times for some and worse for others, depending on their orientation and involvement. Fortunately, the natural tendency of your species is to gravitate toward love and life. For the vast majority, the times ahead will be better than they expect. Some of the worst scenarios have already been rendered impossible. Except in a few isolated pockets where the new energies will not enter until later, the momentum of positive change is being felt everywhere. The coming age will be a time of incredible blessing, restored ecological balance, international cooperation, and universal harmony. Planetary resources will be realistically understood and properly utilized. Humankind will be at peace. All life forms will work together in harmony, cultivating the full potential of the planet. It will be an age of revelation, during which the mind and plans of the Creator will be made clear for all to see. It will be the age when the final stage of incarnation becomes fully manifest in form, when Spirit, working through a fully awakened and responsive humanity, constructs for itself a mobile physical body. Human individuals will not function in such cumbersome fashion as they do today. They will go about their tasks with the grace of dancers, performing to a music that each will hear on his or her own channel, the music of his or her own soul. Through melodies, God will sustain each of his contextual identities in supreme fulfillment. Specific melodies will change with each environment, with each moment, with each task, yet a consistent overall pattern of musical relationship will constitute the new identity of mankind. The song of the moment will be what each individual is in that moment, translating into an ever-changing musical score. Music will be the informational medium through which the totality of consciousness informs each individual cell of its specific functional duties within that totality. Individuals will participate in this music as well as listen to it. All humanity will be involved in conscious creation, immensely fulfilled in the capacities they serve. When an individual is not required in a functional capacity, he or she will be free to compose the score that will specify a route of musical travel within the body of creation. From a human cellular perspective, the work that is to transpire during the 1,000-year period of planetary awakening will manifest as the building of great floating cities of light, massive fleets of intergalactic starships constructed from biological components brought to life by the creative intentionality that will work through all humans of that age. However, from a perspective of spirit, the Star Maker will be organically growing through the instrumentality of the human species, a physical body capable of universal exploration. The completed body will resemble a human body in both design and structure. The completed physical body, incorporating much of the Earth's biological life, will depart from this planet in approximately 3011 AD. From the outside, it will have the appearance of a human baby of about 1 year of age. It will function much like the microcosmic human body, with all organs represented. It will be fueled by a fuel all will have learned to live on by that time, light itself. Its design will limit it to speed slightly less than the speed of light. But this will just be a pleasure cruise, and those wishing to travel faster will have only to use their non-physical vehicles. From the human cellular perspective, the construction of this body will be a gloriously enjoyable 1,000-year period of intercontinental cooperation. From a spiritual perspective, it will be the birth of an organism that the likes of which the universe has never seen.